In the heart of the African savanna, where danger lurks behind every shadow, one woman made a choice few would dare. She risked everything to assist a struggling lioness in labor, an act of pure courage and compassion. But just minutes after the cubs were born, an unexpected twist left everyone stunned. In the heart of the sprawling African savanna, where golden grasses danced beneath an endless sky, two lions roamed, majestic, fierce, and untamed. The male, Roman, was a powerful beast with a mane as dark as a brewing storm, while the female, Sawyer, was swift and cunning, her amber eyes burning with intensity. For years, they reigned over their territory, hunting in perfect harmony, a formidable pair bound by strength and instinct. Their roars once echoed proudly across the plains, a symbol of dominance and vitality. But the world around them was changing. The rains had become infrequent, waterholes shrank to cracked earth, and prey grew scarce. Hunger gnawed at their strength, and with each passing day, survival became more uncertain. What was once a thriving kingdom had turned into a battleground of desperation, where even the fiercest predators now fought over the last remnants of life. Then, one evening, as the setting sun bathed the sky in shades of crimson and gold, Roman and Sawyer made a life-altering choice. They would leave the only land they had ever known and venture into the unknown, searching for a new territory, a place where prey was plentiful, water flowed freely, and life could begin again. Their journey was perilous, and for weeks, they pressed on, traversing endless plains under scorching heat and star-filled nights. Their bodies growing leaner with every passing day at night, Roman stood guard while Sawyer rested his golden eyes scanning the darkness for threats. They braved encounters with hyenas that cackled in the shadows, elephants that towered over them in the moonlight, and crocodiles lurking in what little water remained. At last, after enduring hunger, exhaustion, and near-fatal battles with rival predators, they caught the scent of something miraculous: fresh water. Following the scent with renewed strength, they arrived at a place unlike any they had seen before. A sprawling wildlife reserve where the land was lush prey, roamed in abundance, and the rivers gleamed under the sun. They had found a new home, but something was different. As they ventured cautiously into the reserve, they noticed strange sights, tall fences, patrol vehicles, and the distant hum of human activity. This was not the untamed wilderness they had known. It was a sanctuary watched over by people who cared for the land and its creatures. Among these guardians were two devoted conservationists, David, an experienced patrol officer, and Kelly, a passionate wildlife researcher. David had spent years ensuring the safety of the park's inhabitants, while Kelly meticulously recorded the behavior of its animals. They were the first to notice the arrival of the two weary lions. Giant paw prints in the damp earth near the riverbank confirmed their suspicions. Newcomers had entered the reserve. Their presence disrupts the delicate balance of the ecosystem. Intrigued and cautious, David and Kelly decided to monitor them from a distance. The first few nights were restless, howling into the darkness. His deep thunder is a warning to all who dared challenge the claim to this land. Sawyer, however, seemed uneasy. Pacing along the river's edge, her body tense with an unfamiliar anxiety. Then Kelly noticed something that changed everything. Sawyer was not just weary. She was pregnant. Excitement and concern filled Kelly's heart. A new life was about to be born, but the circumstances were far from ideal. Pregnancy made Sawyer vulnerable, and Roman, though fierce, could not protect her from all dangers. The researchers knew they had to keep a close watch. Months passed, and Zuri's belly grew heavier, her movement slowed, and Roman became more protective, never straying far from her side. The park rangers watched with anticipation, hoping for a smooth birth, but nature had its own plans. One fateful evening, as storm clouds gathered over, Savannah Sawyer collapsed. Her body trembled with pain. Her breathing was labored. The cub was coming, but something was wrong. Hours passed, but there was no birth. Sawyer arrived in agony, her soft whimper carrying through the wind blowing restlessly, and she desperately paced around her, his roars filled with frustration and helplessness. David and Kelly knew they could not stand by and do nothing, but helping a lioness in distress was a deadly gamble. If they approached Roman, they might see them as a threat and attack. If they used a tranquilizer, it could harm Sawyer or the unborn cub. The situation was dire. With nerves of steel, they devised a plan as darkness fell. David and Kelly carefully drove their vehicle toward the suffering Lioness, their hearts pounding. Roman spotted them immediately. His mane bristled, and he let out a warning growl, his golden eyes blazing with fury. Kelly moved first with slow, deliberate steps. She exited the vehicle holding a small tranquilizer syringe, not enough to sedate, just enough to ease the pain and help the birth process. David stayed close behind, ready to intervene if things took a turn for the worse. Roman growled again, stepping between them and Sawyer, his muscles tensed, ready to strike. Then something incredible happened. Sawyer, through her pain, lifted her head and let out a soft, breathy sound, almost a whisper of trust. She was too weak to fight, but in her eyes was a silent plea. Kelly took the chance, moving slowly. She crouched beside Sawyer and injected the medication. David watched Roman. His fingers were gripping the tranquilizer dart in case the male lunged, but would not attack. He stood there breathing heavily, watching with wary eyes, perhaps on some primal level. He understood that they were not there to harm but to help. Minutes passed, and the medicine took effect. The effect's body relaxed. Her labored breathing grew steadier. Then, at last, the moment arrived with one final powerful push. Sawyer gave birth to a tiny cub, damp and trembling, lying on the grass, its fragile body barely moving. The world held its breath. Then, a soft, weak cry broke the silence. Roman moved first. With slow, deliberate steps, he approached the newborn and gently licked its tiny body, cleaning it, welcoming it into the world. Sawyer, exhausted but relieved, curled protectively around her cub, her eyes shimmering with love. Kelly and David, are overcome with emotion, stepped back, giving the family space. They had done their part. Now, nature would take over. They named the cub Skipper, meaning happiness, a symbol of new beginnings, of hope, of the unbreakable bond between the wild and those who dedicate their lives to protecting it. Days turned into weeks, and little Skipper grew stronger, his tiny roars growing louder and more confident. Roman remained ever watchful, a proud and protective father, while Sawyer, still recovering her strength, proved to be a devoted mother, gently guiding Skipper as he learned the ways of the wild. Then something extraordinary began to unfold. Each time David and Kelly patrolled the savannah, they would spot Roman and Sawyer in the distance, quietly observing them, not with fear, but with a sense of calm recognition. But the fire of hostility had long faded from Roman's eyes. In its place was calm recognition, a quiet understanding. It was a silent pact, a fragile truce between man and beast. The lions had come to accept the presence of humans, sensing they were not threats, but allies in this wild, unforgiving land. The tale of Roman, Sawyer, and little Skipper soon echoed throughout the reserve, touching hearts and inspiring all who heard it. It was a powerful reminder of life's resilience, the instinct to protect, and the unspoken bond that can exist between humans and the wild. And so, beneath the golden glow of the setting sun, with the wind stirring through the tall grasses, Roman stood proud, his thunderous roar echoing across the savannah, a bold proclamation that his family had finally found their place in the world. And each time David and Kelly passed by, the great lion would lift his head and watch them go, as if offering a silent, heartfelt thank you. What do you think of this story? Let us know in the comments section. I hope you liked this story. Please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel. Also subscribe and press the bell icon to never miss the update from our channel. Thank you.